Welcome to Make Food, Make Love, the cooking and relationships show strictly for guys. In this series, we'll show you how to make simple, delicious dishes for your partner. The show is split into two parts. First, we have Make Food, where we show you how to make her fall in love with you every day. And second, we have Make Love, where we show you how to make her stay in love with you forever. So with that, let's get cooking.
Welcome to another episode of Make Food, Make Love, and today we are making paneer. Now paneer is an Indian cottage cheese kind of, which is used in a variety of Indian curries. Now to make paneer, it's dead simple, it's so easy. All you need are two ingredients. We need some full cream milk and we need some vinegar or some lemon juice. Now I've gone ahead and added my milk to my pot. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my stove and I'm going to let this come to a boil. The moment this comes to a boil, we're going to be adding in our vinegar. Now today I'm using vinegar. I'm making paneer for two people. So for two people we need about a liter of milk, and the ratio of milk to lemon juice or the vinegar is 1 liter of full cream milk. It has to be full cream milk. Don't try this using low fat milk or almond milk or any other sort of nut milk. You have to use full cream cow's milk with 50 milliliters of vinegar or lemon juice. Now the moment this comes to a boil, we add in our vinegar. And when you start to see these bubbles start to form around your pot in your milk, that is when you know your milk is now ready for the vinegar. So let's go in and add in our vinegar very slowly, adding that in. And you're gonna start to notice that the milk is gonna sort of curdle. Do not be tempted to go in there and give it a good mix, but you want to just help it along by gently pushing so that the vinegar that you've added gets nicely mixed into your milk. Allow the chemical reaction to take place between the vinegar and the milk. And if you've added the correct amount of vinegar to your milk, you're going to start to see beautiful curdles of milk, just like that. You see? So that is what is going to be used to make our paneer. So you allow this to curdle for about 60 to 90 seconds. And after 90 seconds, we're going to prepare our second station, which is our colander. Right? You can do this over your kitchen sink, but I'm just using this little setup here, which is a sort of a container with my colander. I'm going to place my clean dishcloth over my colander, just like that, right? And then I'm going to turn off my stove right now because my paneer, my milk has curdled well. And then I'm going to, using a spoon that has some holes in it so that the water component of the milk falls through, leaving behind the cheese part of it, which is what we have here. See, you see this? This is perfectly ready paneer, ready to be made. So we add this now to our stage 2, gathering up as much as the paneer, the cheese as we can. And if you want, you can also just pour all of that in there, and what's going to happen is that the water is going to sink to the bottom of your dish, as you can see right here. Let me make some space so you can see. So our little contraption that we set up here, we have our colander and we have our container to collect the water component. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our cloth, right, and we're gonna grab the four corners. So this first corner here, the second corner, the third corner, and the fourth corner. So we're gonna pick this up. Now remember, this is quite hot, and you're gonna see that liquid now fall to the bottom there. And what you want to do now is squeeze out as much of the water as possible. Now remember, this is absolutely hot right now, and just be careful because I have managed to sort of burn myself in the past. Now the way that you can also work around that is run this under some cold water just to bring down the temperature of this cloth, which is now infused with that hot water. But try to squeeze out as much of the water as you can. Now what you don't want to do is actually over squeeze this, because if you do that, your paneer is going to be so hard and so chewy you are not going to enjoy it. What you want to do is create something sort of tender and soft and just sort of almost melts in your mouth. We're going to allow the weight that we are using to do all the work to remove the remainder of the water in here. So let's move on to stage 3. So we are now ready with stage 3. I have my plate, I have my paneer in here in my dishcloth, and I have a heavy weight. I have a granite top here which I'm using. So if you can look inside our cloth here, you can see our paneer now starting to form, right? But we want to mold this into a really nice shape so that we can cut it into little squares or rectangles. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold up this cloth as we had it before, right? Fold it up like so, almost molding it with our hands at first into a square piece. There you go. And now what we want to do is add on top of this our weight, and we're going to let this sit here for about 10 to 15 minutes. Don't go more than 15 minutes because you don't want all of the water to be removed from your paneer. Like I said, we want something that's slightly squishy but also not something rock hard that we have to sort of bite and chew into when we are eating. So let's let this sit for about 15 minutes. We come back and we have a look at how our paneer actually looks. So it's been about 12 minutes and I want to have a look at our paneer that we are making here. Now remember that we place some weight on top of this. Now if you find that your weight is not having the effect that you want to have with your weight placed on your plate like this, what you can do is turn your plate around, place your paneer on top of that, and then place your weight on it. Now let's have a look inside what is happening with our paneer. Gently unfolding it like a Christmas or a Diwali gift. And there we have, very gently lifting it up. This is our paneer, right? So of course, if you're making 2 liters or 3 liters, you're gonna have a bigger piece of paneer that you're going to be having. And remember to increase the amount of vinegar that you're using. If you're using 2 liters of milk, use 100 milliliters of vinegar. So let's go ahead and cut up this paneer into little block pieces here. So get rid of this plate. Chopping board here. And if you can see that, let's come a little closer. What you want to do is grab your knife and gently press down into it. And we can cut this way. We can simply turn our chopping board and chop this way. And there you have enough paneer for about 2 people. And of course, not all of the paneer is going to be perfect. Like this doesn't look perfect, but the ones in the center are going to be looking like that. So if you squeeze down into it, you'll notice it's just soft enough to press into, and if you eat it, it should be creamy, soft, and just melt in your mouth. There are so many dishes that you can make using this paneer. One of my favorite is paneer butter masala. My favorite thing to eat in this entire universe. We can make some matcha paneer. We can make some paneer tikka. Oh, the list goes on and on and on. Another thing that you can do is that you can actually flavor your paneer before you start to mold it. So as we're squeezing out the water component of our milk, of our paneer, we can add in some salt, we can add in some pepper, some paprika or herbs. Just add that in, and then you add another dimension, another layer of flavor to your paneer. I usually don't add anything. I allow the paneer to sort of soak in the curry that I'm cooking, because this actually becomes like a sponge almost. It's like an Indian version of tofu, except 100 times better. I'm going to be showing you a few dishes to make with this paneer coming up later in the season, so watch out for it. Thank you for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you loved it, share it with all of your friends. And if you do make this recipe, let me know how it went and if you had any challenges or if your partner loved it at all. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next episode of Make Food, Make Love. Until next time, happy cooking!